This is DRF Race of the Day. Hi, everybody. Dan Illman, Mike Beard. A little 7-Eleven Race of the Day action. The Sunday Race of the Day is race number 7. It is the Grade 3 Marine on July the 11th. Let's take a look at the field. Mile and a 16th on the Tapeta. 3-year-olds. Interesting group. Of course, you've got your usual allotment of Mark Cassie-trained runners. 3 easy time, 5-2 on the morning line. But the one title Forces, trained by Gail Cox, a perfect 2 for 2, and perhaps most importantly, a win at this distance. 2 wins around 2 turns.
Yeah, distance no problem for this horse as the morning line favorite. This is actually a very good race, though. Just about everybody in here still very lightly raced. Several of them have already shown plenty of potential. Dan, this is a very good field.
We'll throw up the time form U.S. pace projector. Frosted Over stretches out from 3 sprints, expected to make the lead. The horse showed good sprint speed at the fairgrounds 2 starts back. Seemed to take to the synthetic just fine last time out. I think this horse gets forward.
Yeah, I think so too. I mean, I thought the pace was, pretty hard to project in this race, but certainly Frosted Over stretching out off of a nice win last time. I can see that horse on the lead.
Title Forces pulled off a 13-1 upset in his career debut, going a demanding 9 furlongs at Gulfstream Park on the turf, and came right back to win at Woodbine at this distance. Let's watch that race right now. He was up close to a slow pace in the Gulfstream race. Here we see him on the outside, and he comes with a nice, strong run. This horse has done nothing wrong.
Yeah, I mean, both of his races to start off are both very good. And then obviously, again, the distance is no problem. I, personally thought he got a decent trip in this race and, perhaps was more game than anything else. But he's just pretty relentless through the stretch here to get the job done. This horse is okay.
Frosted Over, the 2 made 2 starts as a 2-year-old and didn't do much running other than showing brief speed in the fairgrounds race in his final start as a juvenile. But he came off the layoff, seemed like a more mature horse, winning as the favorite. And we're going to watch that race right now. Nice trip. He was able to save ground on the turn, ease out. But I like the way he finishes the race over. He just bowls over this horse, Lenny Kay, who is the co-favorite. And Frosted Over draws off to win. Much the best. Solid 83 buyer.
Yeah, I agree with all that stuff. He got a really nice trip in this race, but he also sort of always looked like he was going to win. And once he got clear in the stretch, it was really no contest. He was way better than these horses. A nice step forward for this horse. I feel like he's going to be just fine stretching out too, Dan. There's a lot to like here.
Easy Time won his one and only start over a synthetic surface last year. They tried him against stakes horses on dirt at Gulfstream. That's just probably not going to be his game, but he returned at Gulfstream in February in a 2-turn turf race. We're going to take a look at that race right now because you see he's going to be down on the inside. And Jose Ortiz just wants to get out, and he's going to try to alter course off heels right now. Always tough to win when you're going sideways in the stretch, but this horse just continues to grind and grind and grind, and he makes it close.
Yeah, he does. I thought he ran okay. You're right. Having to alter course there, I guess, could have compromised his chances a little bit. He ran fine in that race. Maybe this is ultimately a better surface for him anyway. You already mentioned that his stablemate, Frosted Over, easily dispatched Lenny Kay. This horse also easily dispatched Lenny Kay in his only synthetic start. He was much the best that day, breaking his maiden first time out.
Confident spot also by Cassie off a 4-month layoff. I think Easy Time's going to be a little closer to the pace. Candy Overload, this one needs some pace help. This one is going to stretch out for the first time. Ran well last time out. In his first start as a 3-year-old, let's take a look at that race. He found himself far back. I know there's a good pace going on for him. We're going to see him gradually ease to the far outside, and you're going to see he's on his left lead for a long time. But for his first start of the year, Mike, his first start in 7 months, this is a fairly promising effort.
Yeah, he runs pretty well in here. He's actually run pretty well in all 3 of his starts over the synthetic track up there at Woodbine. He looks like he has some talent, Dan, and he did take a step forward there. But, man, closing sprinter, stretching out, not my kind of horse.
Hadassah, the number 5, only raced once as a 2-year-old. I thought that was a nice performance. An off-the-turf race in the much faster division of maiden specials going 1 mile and 70 yards. They wrapped him up in bubble wrap for the winter, and he came back, and I liked that seasonal debut. I think it was a good lung opener because he kind of moved into the teeth of the pace. The winner of that race is a nice horse, and it's not like he completely collapsed in the stretch. He hung in there for third. He can move forward second off the layoff.
Yeah, agree with all that stuff. I thought his seasonal debut was fine. That's a pretty fast race and a strongly informed horse there that wired that field. This horse ran fine last time, I thought. Really liked his debut at the end of last year. He got bet that day. He really ran to win that race. I actually think this horse has a chance to be pretty good, Dan. I think he's going to be tough in here.
Keep Grinding, the 6 can be forwardly placed, as he was in his most recent race. And that race was also his first start of the layoff, and he pushed a fairly solid pace going 2 turns before Tidal Forces was able to run him over. He can improve. I think he's kind of a sleeper candidate for the bottom slots in your single race exotics.
Yeah, I don't disagree. I thought all in all, he ran fine last time. Maybe Tidal Forces was a little bit better than him, but this horse ran fine off the layoff. He also, earned a solid figure break in his maiden at the end of last year. He could certainly take another step forward in here. And he's another horse who could wind up getting forward in here and getting a really good trip.
Some really promising 3-year-olds in our Sunday race of the day. Get those free Formulator past performances on the race of the day event page. We take a look at our top picks. You're going with Hadassah, second off the layoff. I think he settles into a nice trip in the second flight.
Yeah, me too. I like this horse. I think he's pretty good, Dan. I'll take the 3-1.
To me, Frosted Over just looked like a different horse over the synthetic, and I think he's going to have a chance to control this pace up front. I think the distance is within his scope. I'm hoping he can take them wire to wire, 4-1 on the morning line. Mike goes Hadassah. I go Frosted Over. Your Sunday race of the day is the Grade 3 Marine. Good luck.